Hello guys, and welcome back. We're here in Skyhold. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go talk to companions first. I want everybody in my party. And I want this first here.
It's you. Your worship. I'm serving now, in a different way.
Okay. News from Thetis. Haven destroyed by the darkest menace. Dire news from the Frostbacks. The pilgrimage sanctuary of Haven, home to the new Inquisition, has been destroyed. Information is still vague, but some believe a dragon resembling an archdemon was involved in the attack. Fears of a new blight are now beginning to surface. As the Chantry continues to flounder, some are concerned that Haven's destruction may predict the Inquisition's imminent collapse. However, there is yet hope, as reports indicate that the Herald of Andraste in the Inquisition leadership survived and have found refuge somewhere or elsewhere. Crier Belnellis. Alright. Sarah, you're first.
So, Inquisitor. It is Inquisitor now, right? Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little baddies I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Andraste, what did I step in?
Sorry, I gotta move my bag. One moment here, because somebody wants up in my lap, and she is being destructive. Okay, there we go.
I've apparently been through a lot. But yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
I can't help you if you don't explain what's wrong exactly.
It's got to be nonsense, doesn't it? We're kind of screwed if it isn't. I mean, that Corypheus thing. A Magister, right? Story is, he cracked the Golden City. But that's a hazy dream. If not, seat of the Maker, real thing. A seat needs a butt, so the Maker, real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world, real things. It's too far, innit? I just want to plug the Skyhold rubbish so I can go play.
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing.
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Corypheus believe in those. Good enough? Please be good enough.
I find Sarah fascinating. Okay, so she is like, no elven gods, they're not real, blah blah blah. Even though history has facts, and we learn more about elven gods being elven mages who are just like the Magisters. Basically they own their own slaves, they slave their own people. And we believe in Andraste, who was a prophet that fought back to these Magister gods or the Imperium itself, but she can believe that, but she can't believe in the elven area. And I think that is just
As long as you're
weird.
Reliable when we go Magister hunting, stay for whatever reason you like.
Like don't have nuts to do with it. Not when we're tracking monsters that shouldn't be. What I want is to get everything back to business as usual. A nice simple system with simple problems. Helps me, helps people, helps you. In that order. For now.
She's like having my preteen 13-year-old in a way. I just want to play. I don't want to have any consequences to myself, even though I know what's not right or what is right. Thank goodness my 13-year-old seems a little smarter than that.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
And there we go. I'm babysitting a child with Sarah. Alright, Viv.
It was a mistake to use Haven as a base of operations. The town was completely indefensible.
It was a bad location. We should have moved sooner.
You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
I'm not going to forgive what happened at Haven. Corypheus will answer for what he's done.
You're angry. Good. Anger can save you when everything else is gone. Just make sure you put it to good use. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
That's another one. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here that we need at this time. Okay.
Have you met this friend of Varric's, Inquisitor?
Not yet. No.
It had better not be who I think it is. I will wring that little bastard's neck.
Why? Who do you think it is?
Someone Varric claimed he could not contact. Someone the Inquisition, indeed all of Thedas, desperately needed. I'll reserve judgment until I know for certain. No need to have that rogue screaming persecution yet again.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Varric, don't be running off and screaming, help me.
Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
What did you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
Why am I dressed like this?
You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time, I promise. Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band just joined up.
Tanner. I'm from Jader. Well, near Jader.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the Conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. She doesn't talk much.
Huh.
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or Venatori? Or whatever that Corypheus asshole is?
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
Well, long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a farm. Needed to live a little, you know.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon. I don't sing the chant of light as much as I should. But you can't see something like that and not believe.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink. I know every soldier under my command. You don't have that option, but a few faces might help.
You made it sound like you didn't like the Inquisition.
People don't always tell the truth when you're polite. You've got to poke them a bit.
But those two soldiers might think you're an asshole.
So?
I knew some of the soldiers felt like that, but to actually hear it...
It's hard to be just an idea sometimes. That's all you are to most of them. It's why you could stand right in front of them without being recognized. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that, no matter what comes next.
Good to know. Cigarette?
You get a title, I get the boot. I see how it is. I mean, thanks for my life. Pleased to serve.
You're the one that was trying so hard not to call me I Fear. Or knifier.
Thank you for saving my life. And giving us a chance to help. I'm mostly studying now, but Hellisma can talk to you.
Okay, Black Ball, I'm coming back for you. Can we get in there yet? No. Okay. Oh, I'll look for Chloe and him.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now! We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
Do you ever sleep?
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but has improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Inquisitor Llewellyn. It sounds odd, don't you think?
Not at all.
Is that the official response?
I suppose it is. But it's the truth. We needed a leader. You have proven yourself.
If we need to start over, Skyhold seems as good a place as any.
Once repairs are complete, it will be a strong base of operations. I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people. You have my word.
Okay. Surgeon.
Inquisitor, is there something I can do for you? I should really focus my attention on the injured.
I haven't seen you before.
The commander brought me up from the refugee camps. I'd been helping the pilgrims in simple ways. Setting broken bones, simple amputations and such. We need all the help we can get.
Do we have many injured men?
Fewer by the day. The most grievously injured did not survive the journey to Skyhold. As for the rest, they either heal or... I try to make the passing painless.
You aren't a mage. Shouldn't we let the mage healers deal with this?
Magic can't cure everything, and we shouldn't rely on it. Science, your worship, is the way of the future. Good health isn't magic, it's diet, exercise, and a balance of the humors.
As you were.
Your worship.
Perfect. Can we get in here? Oh, we can. Holy buckets. Mages. Mages. I think she's supposed to be talking, but who knows?
This thing is not a stray puppy you can make into a pet. It has no business being here.
Wouldn't you say the same of an apostate?
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit.
It is a demon.
If you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
I'm not sure how much more complexity I need, Solus.
Indeed, my dear. He may call it whatever he likes, but it is still a threat.
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solus. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
What do you mean by possession?
Spirits and demons cross over from the Fade by attaching themselves to something in this world. But Cole has willfully manifested in human form without possessing anyone.
The demons who came through the breach, or through the rifts, weren't possessing anything.
These demons were drawn through against their will, driven mad by this world. But Cole predates the breach. From what we can tell, he has lived here for months, perhaps years. He looks like a young man. For all intents and purposes, he is a young man. It is remarkable.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain.
Sweet.
Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm... dead.
You're feeling their pain?
It's louder this close, with so many of them.
Would you like to go somewhere more comfortable?
Yes, but here is where I can help. Every breath slower, like lying in a warm bath, sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain, dry, scraping, thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
You're using your powers as a spirit to help people.
Yes. I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything.
So sad.
I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt. The helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
You say he won't die for hours yet, but you can't know that for certain.
His body is failing.
He could recover, or the healers could find another way to help him.
How do you know?
I don't, and neither do you. That's part of life.
Try. I want to stay.
Sweet. Approved. Like, okay, so not quite yet. Oh, we can't travel there yet. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's... Okay. I see. When we decide to talk to Blackwall, he'll take us up that way. First, let's go here. We're not going to do any crafting yet. But we are going to talk to our gentleman here and here.
Now, what did they make down here, and what can I make?
Got everything in here.
I've walked away from too many burning buildings for one lifetime.
I
This
bet.
place, though, it'll be all right. It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
You think it's strange to say.
Oops.
It's stranger to hear.
Don't let it go to your head. We need you level. Everyone just got a big, hard reason to hate Corypheus. And we already did, but we didn't have a name. You're the surprise, not him.
We left in a hurry, but you got into your old place. Save anything?
Family hammer. It's as stupid as it sounds. It's good to be back at work.
How is this place shaping up as a forge?
Better than Haven ever could be. Not the way I wanted an upgrade, but ever forward.
You've got it all up and running.
Your basics, like always. There's space here for, I don't know what. This place was built for something big. It'll be a job to fill it.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
We're gonna sell some stuff here. Because we really don't need. Are we not in our armor? That's fine. We are now. Whoops. Everybody leveled up. Except for Cole, right? Dorian has stopped. Okay. Now, so is Cole. Pretty sure we did that before. Alright. Well, I mean, we are Inquisitor now. That's fine. Is there like an Inquisition bed? No. I don't think so. And this should be on Inquisitor, yeah, okay. Because we have a mod for that. Alright, now... There we go. Alright, let's go find our other friends here. I believe I turn this way. Yes. Read. Request for resources on the Fade. Regarding your request, as a noted partner of the Inquisition, Lady Motet has ensured our contacts are quick to reply. The few titles on hand accompany this letter, with the remaining en route from libraries in Val Royeaux and surroundings, Arcas Banor. Fate and Spirits, Mysterious by Brother Ferelden Genitivi, an Enchanter's Observation by Anonymous, The Unholy Grace, author unknown, on Silver Chords by First Enchanter Irving, Wisdom Failed, The Head Mage, collected by the First Enchanter Huron, translations of the Eladine Excavation, collected by Brother Ferelden Gentivi, Devinter Journeys Inward by Archon Valus, Our Elysian Heart by formerly Sister Ludine, Speaker to the Others, translated by Lady Gin, On Lyrium, A Templar's Memory, or Memoir by Sir Taurus, Dalish Myth and Collected Truce Against Collected by Sister Patrine, Elvahine Dysphasis, True Mythodicus, untranslated, author unknown. There are 2 more pages of titles listed beneath.
What was this place? So much room for whatever was here.
Up we go. The Rotina and the Fresco. Sister Lily Anna, as per your request, I have made a thorough examination of the fresco adorning the Rotana. I first attempted to clarify its intent with the Messer Solus. Forgive me, I know he is not titled within the structure of the Inquisition, but the more I learn of his experience, the more awkward I feel not using a formal honorific. On the mural, all Messer would say is, Skyhold is her fortress, meaning of course the Inquisitor. These are her actions. He is, of course, correct. The subject of each edition is self-evidence. On the medium and method, it is Elven Fresco, pigment and plaster, and its grand... Ooh. Okay, I gotta knock out the door. It's my son's Halloween outfit. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Outfit is here, like I thought. Alright, so let's finish. On the medium and method, it is the Elven Fresco, pigmented in plaster, and it's grand. I've already rarely been privileged to observe such skills as it applies. It is considered with long periods of study before the image merge whole cloth and with certainty. It speaks of how I imagine elves view the world and the measured nature of their steps. I should expect such compliance from Sir, given his probably years of study, but it is still an amazing work, demonstrating an art with few living practitioners, even among the Dalish. Activist Bana. Okay, let's talk to Solus. Solus?
My friend.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
There's nothing to talk about, and I don't want to do that other one quite yet. My friend. I hope we're more than friends, Solus. I mean, I'm not flirting to win the academic achievement, but to unlock your romance. That would be nice. Okay, we'll be going over you in a bit. Dorian!
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
You don't need to worry about me. I can keep up.
Yes, I noticed that.
Did you know?
Certainly. If you were a slack-jawed yokel, you'd already be dead. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely.
It is.
In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
A dark spot, yes.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is.
Not us.
They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no, it was us all along. We destroyed the world.
You didn't do anything. Those men did. 1,000 years ago.
True, except that one of them is up and walking around right now. Not to mention I have idiot countrymen who would happily follow him down that path again. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
We don't know what will happen. Nobody does.
An optimist! Such a rare breed. I've stumbled upon a unicorn. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
A friend in Cornaris operations. Fiona.
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
You rebelled for good reason.
I'm pleased to hear you say that, Inquisitor. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
We are.
You were once a Grey Warden.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a Warden.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi. But I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. We can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe?
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
Most are pleased with the alliance, even if we wonder what will happen next.
I'll leave you to it.
Before you go, Inquisitor, a question. In Redcliffe, after we left, did you perhaps speak with King Alistair? Considering who you are?
He wasn't in the mood.
Morgan. There's nobody out there now.
That I knew his father, Marek.
Unless she's found a squirrel.
Oh, that's rather interesting. Does he know that?
No, he doesn't. And he shouldn't. I only wanted to know if he was happy. His father had such hopes for him. Don't mind me, Inquisitor. The concerns of an old woman. Nothing more.
Okay, so we're gonna do spoilers here. If you haven't read the books, you should. I've spoken throughout my other series that you should, definitely. So in the books, the first two, she is a Grey Warden at that time. And you get to know her background, that she was poor alienage elf, if you played in Origins as a, alienage elf, you know how bad it is. We're going to see more of that structure in alienage in DA2 once we keep going. But they're just treated really harshly. Anyway, she was found to have magic, and before she could do everything with the circle, she ended up with the Grey Wardens. And she thought the circle and the Wardens would, give her some purpose in life. She was ready to get out of that alienage life. And then she met Merrick, and him and her got together and created Alistair. So this is Alistair's mom. And that's why she was asking about Alistair. Alistair does not know who she really is, Ooh, we got something to read here. And technically he's a half elf. And could you imagine if they found out exactly what she is to him, on, you know, on how they would react of him being a king, an elf leading, you know, the Ferelden's for years, basically now, for almost 10 years, you know. So it is pretty cool in retrospect. But anyway, having Alistair when he was born, she went back to the Grey Wardens, gave Arl Eamon her baby to raise, and to Duncan to protect. That's why Duncan was like a father figure, and why Arl Eamon was a father figure. It was all he ever knew. So it's kind of sweet. But after she had him, she lost all the blight in her. And I think that's one of the reasons why he became successfully as a Grey Warden. So then once that happened, she had to return herself to the Circle of Magi, and she couldn't bring Alistair with her. The fact that we find out later Wynne had a son, and they took him away from her, and we get to know him a little bit more in, I believe, the book about how the rebellion actually starts. And it's amazing, and we'll find out more about I think it's Rains. I hope I'm saying that right. And about what happened to him. But and when we learn about Wynne's son more into that, we get to learn more about Cole as well in that one, and what happened actually. We'll get to hear bits and pieces throughout this playthrough too with him, but everything is so connected. And if you love the lore part like I do, definitely read those books and watch the mini series of like the enemies and whatnot. They have so much lore, so much background on even some of the ones that are coming up in Veilguard here soon. Let's continue. The veil. I detest the notion that the veil is some manner of invisible curtain that separates the world of the living from the world of the spirits. Whether it be called the Fade or the Beyond is a matter of racial politics I refuse to indulge in at the moment. There is no this side and that side when it comes to the veil. One cannot think of it as such a physical thing or a barrier or even a shimmering wall of holy light. Thank you very much for that image, your perfection. Think of the veil instead as an opening to one's eyes. Before you open them, you saw our world as you see it now, static, solid, unchanging. Now that they are open, you see our world as the spirits see it, chaotic, ever-changing, a realm where the image and the remembered have as much substance as that which is real. More, in fact. A spirit sees everything as defined by the will and memory, and this is why they are so very lost when they cross the veil. In our world, imagination has no substance. Objects exist independently of how we remember them or what emotions we associate with them. Mages alone possess the power to change the world with their minds, and perhaps this forms the nature of the demon's attraction to them. Who can say? Regardless, the act of passing through the veil is much more about changing one's perception than a physical translation. The veil is an idea, it is the act of transition in itself, and it is only the fact that both living beings and spirits find the transition difficult that gives the veil any credence as a physical barrier at all. From a description of the Fade as a physical manifestation, by Marino, Senior Enchanter of the Meritorious Circle of Magi, 655 steel. The Folly of General Not Shartan. 4. And so it was that victory was absolute, and cheers were raised for General Noshertin. And so Boyad by respect and admiration. Not Shartain stood proud and removed the mask to state her true name. For had they not accepted her, had they not thrived by her leadership, had they not become comrades despite station and mask and nonsense of protocol? And the answer was swift and bewildering, for they had not. And swiftly she had bundled away amid calls of impostor and spy and other terms she could not know, for she still did not know Ole.
Greetings to you, Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerned.
Ooh.
You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
You're taking over the duties of Maeve?
Yes. She said she was needed elsewhere and that I should serve the Inquisition to the best of my ability.
What is she doing?
I wasn't told.
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
What makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
You were made tranquil.
Yes, I am tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor. I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My skills are well used in my current position.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Not optimal, given the facilities. Skyhold should be improved, or our efforts will continue to suffer.
As you were?
Yes, Inquisitor.
Now, it's amazing. I wonder if she was one of the mages, or one of the Tranquil that Maeve was protecting. I always believed that it was, you know. On the conditions of your charges, dear Liliana, you'd be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Schmooples II is still unhappy about his meal plan and tries to get into the pantry. Back to Smoochles. We just had that conversation in DAO today. Anyway, I had to have a bolt installed and now he whines consistently. The two little ones are still a handful, but good news, I managed to discourage Bolette from relieving herself on the silk rug Justina gave you. Felicine from 2 doors over has been visiting almost every day to play with the nugs. She is quite delightful, and Smooples too is fond of her. I suspect it's because she brings him sweets from her father's shop. I had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house, however, as someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago. An agent of one of the Blackguards, hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets. I neutralized and interrogated him. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the Blackguards about their spies. All I had to do was to put Smooples 2 in his face and tell him that I hadn't fed the creature that day. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Ferelden as soon as possible. I have arranged for Gardner to take over nug keeping. Sparrow. Note found in Skyhold's rookery. Sadler. Baron Plunky. I don't care how many missions he's flown or how many lives his actions have saved. He is a holy terror. Nearly pecked out my eye the last time I tried to attach a message to him. All the dramatic flapping and squawking caused the sister to come over. You should have seen her look when she snatched the letter from me. If I had a weaker conscience, it might have killed me on the spot. I suppose she thought I was trying to murder her prize raven. And all she had to do was coo at him, and the Baron hopped onto her shoulder, all sweetness and nestling to her neck. How does she do it? All the birds like her. Is it blood magic? It's blood magic, isn't it, Weaver? I love all the names that will be.
Get the cages up here, quickly.
I love how all these names will come in effect later when we travel from world to world. A fine time to close a border. The news is dire. There are rumors that our warden brothers and sisters in Ferelden have all perished. Without the Grey Wardens, the blight will take Ferelden. Then it will undoubtedly spread. It will go north to Navarra and the Marches. It will come west to Olay. At the head of it will be an archdemon, and in its wake will come thousands upon thousands of darkspawn. We must be ready to stare squarely into the eyes of oblivion. Many of you have asked why we remain here when such threats are mounting in the east. The problem, you see, is not a new one for us. Politics. To say Ferelden and Olay have been at odds is an understatement. These two are like dogs and cats. We wardens are Olesian by address only, but that does not seem to matter to the Ferelden leaders. Word is that the king of Ferelden is dead, and his successor, Loghain MacTair, decreed that no warden set foot in the country. MacTair, a national hero who helped expel invading Orlesian forces from Ferelden, seems to have it out for our order too. Maybe he doubts our ability. Maybe he is more foolish than the history books made him out to be. This is why we must wait, even as Ferelden willingly welcome its fate. By address by Warden Constable Blackwell of Val Chavain to his recruits, 930 Dragon. And Liliana.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
So this is another softening for Liliana if you want her to become a divine.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame. I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven. You look out for your people. That's a good thing. Is it? My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives. Our people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter. Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus...
We're better than Corypheus.
Okay, so now... Yeah, Colin, you're later. Okay. Jump! Ow! Find the war table. I will when I want to here. We have a couple more things we have to do before we find the war table.
So, this is Skyhold. Come, let's walk the ramparts.
Yes, sir.
I want to examine our fortifications.
Of course.
We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
On the other hand, that means he can see us from miles away.
Let him come. I swear I'll take the twister bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
I'm grateful for your support.
It's my job, isn't it? Killing Darkspawn. Look, in spite of it all, there is hope. The people flock to your banner. They believe in you. Tell me honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen?
There is so little I remember. What if they're right?
Does it even matter? Don't you see what you are to them? Without you, they'd be consumed by despair. We all would. They need you to be Andraste's messenger. It gives them hope. The truth doesn't matter.
Truth will always matter.
Listen to me talk. Your time is valuable and I've wasted enough of it.
I mean, you mean well, Blackwell, but keeping the truth doesn't always work out that way. Okay, let's walk this way. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Alright guys, when we come back we'll talk to Varric here in the next episode. Bye now.